Mentorship. How many people have mentors that have helped them in the course of their lives? How many people have mentored other people? Same. Great. Mentors are very helpful. So I always say life is too short to learn all the lessons ourselves. Okay? Makes sense? So let's give you a little story about networking and mentorship. So I worked for a little small shop called Dundee Wealth US that was acquired by Dundee Wealth Canada for like $10 million. Dundee Wealth Canada acquired by Scotiabank for like $5 billion. And I worked in this US team educating folks on Canada. And I joined this small little boutique team because of this man. Mr. Marwa, Mr. Sabi Marwa, was the chief operating officer of Scotiabank at the time that I was there. And it was personally inspiring for me to see an Indian immigrant, a Sardar, a Sikh with a turban, who worked his way up in Scotiabank. And after working at Scotiabank for a year, and writing a white paper on Canada and speaking all over the globe, excuse me, all over the US, I wanted to reach out to him. And I wanted him to be my mentor. So how did I do that? Any guesses? Well, one, I did not pick up the phone and call him because I didn't want to get fired. That might happen. Because he's my boss's 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 boss. Scotiabank, for those of you who don't know, it's about the size, it's actually, I think its market cap is like $10 billion more than Morgan Stanley. 70,000 customers, 23 million, 70,000 employees, 23 million customers. So what did I do? I thought long and hard, how am I going to engage Mr. Marwa? So what I did is I called up the hotline for Scotia. I found out his assistant's name was Pat. And I spent 3 months writing a letter to his assistant, saying how I wanted to do something to honor Mr. Marwa for being my mentor, being so inspiring. And I want to provide lunch, a special Punjabi lunch for him, right? And I want to be very clear that I don't need to be present, I don't want to be present at this lunch because I don't want to attract the wrong type of attention. And I went to my mentors, and I had them read over this letter. And then I took the letter, and I handwrote it. It was like 2 pages. I mailed it certified mail to Scotia Plaza in Toronto. So Pat gets this letter one day, she addressed to her, opens it up, reads this letter. What does Pat do? Pat walks it over to Mr. Marwa. Mr. Marwa gets this letter and he reads it once, and he reads it twice, and he reads it 3 times. And then he calls me around 11 o'clock that morning. He says, "Hello, Samir. This is Sabi Marwa from Scotiabank in Toronto. How are you?" "Oh, Mr. Marwa. How can I help you, sir?" "Samir, I received your letter." "Sir, I didn't send you a letter." "Sir, I received your letter, Samir." "Okay." I read it 3 times. It totally changed my day. It's the first letter I've received in 20 years. And the sweetest one I ever could have read. And I'd like you to come up to Scotia Plaza in Toronto and meet me. "No, no, no, Mr. Marwa. I would not like to attract the wrong type of attention. I think that's appropriate. Samir, I'm the chief operating officer of the bank. You're an employee. I'm asking you to come to Toronto." "Okay, fine. I will come up there and meet you." Right? So Mr. Marwa is a friend. He's a mentor. I have never asked him for a favor. In fact, he tricked me when I went up there, and I knew it was coming. "Samir, tell me what I can do for you." "No, no, no, Mr. Marwa. I just want to be your friend and earn your trust." And he's giving me priceless advice that's intangible. So you can see where we were thoughtful about engaging someone. And even though he's retired, I still call him and talk to him, and he gives me great advice. So let's talk about online networking.